So, this week we've got a special treat for everyone. We've got our friends Eric and Nicole here, who suggested we watch an episode of Parks and Rec. Mother fan Dan is lurking in the background somewhere, so don't know if he'll pop in or not. The episode they wanted to do was Harvest Festival because of a character named
Lil Sebastian.
Little Sebastian! He's a tiny horse, Chris.
Oh, okay.
Before you get any further.
Very exciting.
So how tiny is he?
I don't have his vital statistics.
36 hectares to the quarter.
He's like yay high. What
Okay.
is this,
He's
3
a
feet?
miniature horse.
Yes, imagine a horse but smaller.
Okay, I can picture it. So I have seen very few episodes of Park and Rec, so I am in for a treat. James, did you find some information about this episode?
It's season 3, episode 7.
Let's see, directed by Dean Holland, written by Daniel Gore, original air date March 17th, 2011. So the timeline on this isn't like synced up with real life at that point. So they're doing like a fall harvest festival in March.
Right, yeah. This is probably because this show did not get the greatest treatment from the network, and it moved around a lot.
It took a while.
Interesting.
Yeah, it didn't really, honestly, it didn't ever really build a huge audience. So I'm really happy the way it ended, because I think they could have cut it much earlier.
I think they earned their stripes. They earned every season that they did.
Yeah.
But it was rough going.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
Yeah. We talked earlier about the first season just being so different, and how Leslie has changed as a character. So this is, I think, one of the penultimate episodes as for Leslie as a character. Penultimate? I meant pivot.
Yeah,
episode?
and also say like most penultimate.
Most penultimate? What the hell does that mean?
Well, nothing. Okay, we've also got Rob Lowe in this season, which is fun because he doesn't age. He's actually a vampire.
Correct.
So, okay, all right, good.
Correct.
Somebody's bought into my idea really quickly.
It works.
He'll mysteriously die in about 10 years, and then in about 30 years, this gorgeous new
Pop up
movie
somewhere
star.
else. Yeah.
They have pumpkins in the scene to let you know that it's fall.
Yes.
Even though it's...
Hey, we do decorate our parks offices.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, we have a wreath.
A wreath.
That changes with the seasons.
Oh, okay, so there
Okay,
you
so
go.
there's little Sebastian. Yeah. And Tom's freaking out.
Look!
Well,
Forget
they're all
Tom.
freaking out.
Yeah.
We get Adam Scott in this season,
Look
too.
at how happy he
Yes.
is!
He's like a child.
Never seen Ron that happy.
Uh-huh.
Well, and then Ben is just there for, like, why the
Our
fuck is
view?
everyone freaking out?
Right.
Yeah, he's like the outsider.
Yeah.
Suck at the Alamo.
Huh.
Okay, so the horse has an honorary degree
Uh-huh.
from Notre Dame.
He's like the most 8th pictured thing. More pictured than the Alamo.
Oh, okay.
Do we have a salad stand at the state fair?
I did not see one. When I was there, lots and lots of fried food. Actually, I could have gotten ice cream on my funnel cake and didn't realize that until it was too late.
Oh.
Next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Next year will
yeah.
be the...
Well, you don't make friends with salad.
Or you take like the head of lettuce and then you dip it in the batter and then you put that in the fryer.
They do that with onions.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
You want to eat an onion, we'll deep fry the whole fucking thing. I'm kind of with Ben there. Star Wars, not that nerdy. It's made $100 billion.
Yeah, it's like a part of the culture now. This actor also did a voice on King of the Hill.
Oh, yeah.
This is John Redcorn.
Yeah. They keep coming back to him, too, which is great.
He is reoccurring throughout the whole series.
Yeah. I do like this show because one of the many reasons is because of the setting is the Midwest. and the prairie, and they mentioned shit like, "Oh yeah, remember that part where we slaughtered the natives to live here?"
Yes,
They do.
Their interpretive signs are accurate.
It
Seems.
They brought it up pretty early, like with the murals.
Mhm.
Like it might have even been the first episode. And
Yeah, this is a map of all the atrocities the settlers inflicted upon the Lompoc Indians. I think that's how they get him to agree to do it.
He owns a casino, of course, so he's worth a lot of money.
right, he's very influential.
I'm so
Why
glad.
people be like so terrified of corpses, you know?
Yeah, you're having a fair on the Indian burial ground, then yeah, they be afraid of curses.
Yeah.
You know, it's don't make fun of a curse, you know, kind of thing. Like, don't talk about the jinx. Like, it's asking for trouble.
I like that this is a great episode because they to get every character to define themselves a little bit by giving them these similar shirts, and then they all get to customize it some way. Like, of course, Tom has his collar popping out.
Right.
And is still wearing her scrubs and is not wearing her volunteer shirt.
Right?
She
Yep.
came straight from work, don't you know?
Mhm.
She even was wearing her stethoscope.
Yes, I
She
know.
didn't leave that in the car.
Or like at work. Like, why is that around her neck?
Just to remind you that she's a nurse.
Mhm.
Goodness.
In
Does
case
that
you
come
wondered
up in
what-
this episode, her being a nurse?
In case you wonder, well, yeah, maybe she get hit on.
Because I suppose you have to sit there sometimes and be like, wait, why is she
She's
there?
working in first aid.
Oh, she's actually still working. Okay.
They play her. Okay, that's much better, playing her character in.
It's kind of hard to write a character her like in because she doesn't work in the parks department. So like all of her scenes have got to be her and Andy at
Excused.
home, and when that's over, then her and Leslie. I love Rashida Jones so much. She did the Office character really well. She made this character so
She's in the
well
office.
different, very very different. And then
She was on The Office for second season. Jim goes to a different branch
Huh.
and meets Rashida Jones. What was her
Huh.
character's name?
Karen Filippelli.
Yeah, Karen Filippelli.
Karen Filippelli.
Thanks, Mother Fantan, for having the facts. Yeah, and then when that branch closes, they all move to Scranton, of which the only character to remain on the show is Andy.
Andy.
All of the rest of them quit.
Mhm.
So we're not watching The Office, though. What's going on in this episode?
Well, right now we have Joan Calamozo, who's sort of a bitchy reporter in Pawnee. She stirs shit up a lot, so now she's like
Sexual predator.
She's naughty.
Okay.
And she's like kind of sexually threatening to Ben, I think.
Yeah.
And
I'm already sort of getting that vibe.
yeah.
Mhm.
So are April and Andy a thing in this episode?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they get together in the second
So that's
season.
pretty early then.
Yes,
She says,
they
"I
are
love
clearly
you."
dating.
Yeah, right. If I just waited a little bit. I guess
It says awesome sauce.
So he was a mayor at 18.
Yeah, of
And
his-
bankrupted his town.
Because he wanted to build a giant ice city.
Okay.
Why the hell not?
And Pawnee hired him to be the city planner.
Pawnee did not hire him initially. He worked for the state as a tax auditor,
Okay.
and he and Chris Traeger came in because Pawnee was going bankrupt, and they were auditing the city. And the shtick was Ben was very by the book, kind of a Sargent Friday auditor kind of thing because of his experiences as a mayor.
Yeah.
Whereas Chris Traeger was very laid back and kind of a free spirit. And so the thing was like when they went into town, when Chris went alone, he never got anything done. And when Ben went in, he got death threats. So they kind of stuck them together, and now they can they're like a good team.
Okay.
At some point, after he fixes the financial problems with the town, he quits his job at the IRS or whatever and goes to work for the city.
It seems like it's like about the size of a county fair, even though it's like
Yeah.
a small town fair. I mean, maybe because TV, but
Does Eagleton come to the Harvest Fest?
No, I think at one point when they were talking about the corn maze, she asked if it's Pawnee corn or Eagleton corn.
is that their rival town?
It's like they're twin cities, and Eagleton's
Okay.
like super rich and upper class.
Oh!
Pawnee, like
Amazing.
the shithole of Indiana.
Oh, okay.
but
There's another
this
mural.
stuff happens in Pawnee, in front of the mall.
So is that like, what, the 50s or something? Someone was burned at the stake?
1973.
Oh! Good.
Yeah.
Oh. Now there's a whole chant about Jerry's fault.
Yeah, nobody likes Jerry.
Right. Which, he doesn't seem happy about it, but it also doesn't seem to bother him like that much.
Well, he's kind of spineless.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like even though you say like stop saying that, like didn't really have any force behind, no conviction.
I wonder if he's heavily medicated, and if so, like which medications? Like which?
Who, Jerry?
Which ones specifically? What are the names?
No, he's probably just naturally that way.
Oh yeah. Heard happily is happening.
The
That
story
is-
with this situation is it's developing.
That's
It's just
very much.
brilliant. This is
sort of terrible
Oh, this is a rendition
reenactment.
of him doing the curse.
This is sort of
Oh, those ghosts are going into her.
This was their
Oh,
entire
no, exorcist kind of stuff. Oh, her face melted off.
Is that what happened?
budget for one quarter was just shot on
Yes.
that one scene.
Oh, that was so bad. It was so good.
and it's so brilliant, but it's
Number
so
one curse coverage.
Curse watch.
it's like a
man.
time capsule of 2011 obsession with the 3D news reenactments from China.
That was actually ever a thing?
That was the thing. Like,
Oh.
there was a real trend there.
So Andy is really dumb.
He's a big old dumb.
He's a man child.
Okay.
No, I think he's kind of dumb.
Well, he is, but mostly his problem is he's a man child.
You know. Or as I called him earlier, Fat Star-Lord.
Yes, I remember that.
Fat Star-Lord.
He's not fat. He's just relaxed. He's not having to exercise.
he's
Well, yeah.
doing
obese.
what he wants.
He's obese for a superhero.
He's
He's-
relaxed.
He's
Yes.
he's much it's much more.
It's much more normal.
Or I was gonna say he's more dumpy than like when he
Or
was in
Indiana.
But Chris Pratt also because he was like really muscular and ripped in like Zero Dark 30 from what I hear.
Yeah, he played a Navy SEAL.
Right.
Yeah.
But
that
like
was
in this, he's
after.
got like a gut going on. Here, I've got a little internet
This is
bandwidth
also
issue.
before Zero Dark 30.
Yeah,
Right.
and before, quite a bit before.
Yeah, Guardians.
And he even went into Guardians relaxed like this, and they didn't want to cast him, and he said, "No, you guys give me 6 months, I'll show you what I can do," and came back ripped.
Okay.
He worked his ass off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can accomplish with access to prescription drugs and a doctor who writes you whatever.
And a personal trainer.
Yeah, I was thinking
who
like a
can,
personal trainer and like nothing to do
Right.
all
8
day,
hours.
like when your job is,
get in shape.
to get in shape and get parts. This is why we don't tempt fate. Who's up there? Who's up there on the Ferris wheel?
April
Actually,
and Andy having
it's
an
actually-
argument.
That is funny. That's
And Ron
just
and Jerry are up there too. Because they're trying to get high. So
right. So they can see. Right. No, they just want to ride the Ferris wheel. But,
Jerry, what the hell?
Jerry's fault. But also, like, the Ferris wheel didn't stop for, like, 15 seconds after the power went out. And I was going to say, like, the Ferris wheel, had some momentum.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ever
And
been on a
Jerry.
Ferris
All right.
wheel?
Science. No. Maybe. Probably. Probably maybe. Not screw the whole thing. So, there's definitely a
He's
curse.
being drama. He's pretending it's all about him.
Okay.
And wants to run away.
Yeah, that's gotta be scary,
When
though.
they're missing this long, they're usually dead.
They put the moon in there to let you know.
Mhm.
It's nighttime?
Yeah, that you can still see the characters.
Oh, that's why you can see the characters is because of the moon, even though they have no power.
Mhm.
It's not the floodlight.
It's
That's
the
yeah.
dramatically bright 3/4 moon.
Yeah, I know, right? It's so bright. I do like Ron there though, where he puts everyone in his place,
Right.
like literally
He
everyone.
does that. It's kind of his thing.
Jerry actually did fart.
Mhm.
That wasn't made up like everything else
Not
that
gonna
was said
deny
about him.
No, he does definitely screw up and do bad things.
Oh, okay.
As well.
Just not this time.
Well, except for the farting.
Okay.
When everyone's stuck on the Ferris wheel together.
You know, I kind of blame Tom for agreeing to sit in the car with Jerry in the first place. Like,
That's true.
why did he think that was a good idea?
Tonight, Rachel Ray at the Wamapoke Casino. What is
Well,
she
he
gonna
mentioned
do?
Rachel Ray earlier in the episode.
If there's one thing white people like.
Yeah, it's Rachel Ray and curses.
Savvy businessman.
Yeah, he looks like he's doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Wamapoke, not real Native Americans, so that you're at least not offending a real tribe,
Correct.
even though it's skirting the issue the whole time,
Mm-hmm.
insulting all of the tribes.
It also makes it more, I guess, identifiable if you were from a central Midwestern tribe.
I wonder how many letters they got about this episode.
I don't know, but like, I mean, he
is like just making up words. No one can understand me anyway.
I mean, I think the subtitles...
Doobie.
Do.
They make it clear earlier that he has such contempt for them that this works.
yeah,
They're not making fun of Native Americans.
they're making
He's
fun
making
of
fun
white
of them.
people. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I don't know. Probably they got a few nasty comments, but I mean, I guess that's why you hire somebody who's a Native American for that role,
Mhm.
not put Johnny Depp in Redface or something.
To scoop them digits off you.
Yeah,
Yeah, here's Mr. New Jersey.
yeah. It's a frequent flyer in the emergency room. So the advice was to just fool around with him, feel better, and
Right.
let him go. Little catch and release.
Yep. My boss does do that. Stands out as oncoming
Enjoy
customers
yourself.
comes and like tries to greet every one of them.
Icetown and now this.
I thought you were going to say, like, rides on a tiny train.
No, but that would be fabulous.
You like come into work every day, or like, you get to work, but then you like you ride out to like say hello to all of your employees, like on a tiny train. Good morning. Good morning.
Like a
Good morning, James. How are you? Okay, I can't actually. No, I'm still on this train. I can't stop.
Like a demented millionaire?
Yes.
Okay.
That's how I would do it.
Okay.
So, little Sebastian was found. The fair was a success. The curse was lifted. Corn maze unsolvable.
Jerry's son.
Jerry's still there. They
And
had a whole roller coaster thing. Look at that.
Yes.
Huh?
This beautiful piece of, I'm sure it's CGI, but it's just a nice little tag for a network show. It's just nice to see like the scale of her success.
Ben decides that it's better to fit in,
Yep.
not understanding
Yep.
why the horse is so great, than to try to fight it. Well, I think that's a good lesson. That's our life lesson for this week. Is
I mean,
don't understand why you don't fit in. Just try
I love
harder to
it.
fit in. Yeah, embrace it.
It worked for Greece. Just fit in.
Isn't that the one where
Is that a song from Greece? Just fit in.
No,
Oh.
that's what she ends up doing is changing herself.
Oh,
just
she
to fit
becomes a
in.
greaser.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So, little Sebastian,
Not such a great episode.
nah.
this one.
I mean, it was a
It was
had
a
more
good
racial-
introduction to. It was a good setup for the one in which he dies,
Right.
but I don't think the episode stands on its own as well as the others.
It had more racial tension than I was expecting. And
That's
episode-
sort of an
Yes.
ongoing theme.
Okay.
I mean, it obviously doesn't come up all the time, but
At least once a season, there's some
there's
type
sort of like a weird.
Okay.
I don't want to say pride in how like
horrible they treated.
the
The
settlers
natives.
treated the natives, but that
They
is a thing
own
that
it.
comes up.
Yeah.
They
right.
own
They
it.
own it. Yeah.
But
But it borders on a pride. Yeah. No.
Like
that's-
with the murals in the
Yeah.
city hall with the
and they're asked
subject-
repeatedly to take them down.
And they won't.
And yeah, and they do that. They will put something over like the worst part, like a poster,
Yeah,
like a
Yeah.
like a community events page
Right.
over like the bloodier parts of it. And
This
there's
mural
now.
depicts Chief Wamapoke shortly before he got blown apart by a cannon.
Yes, I watched that one earlier today. And he's like tied to a post, and the cannon is like inches from him. Like this is really bad. It's really bad.
I don't think he's gonna live through that one.
No, goodness.
Well, thanks for listening.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's been fun. Tune in next week. We'll be back with another episode of How I Met Your Mother. Thanks for listening, everyone. Peace out.
Good night.
Ciao.